Early Symmetra could be coming out. We've seen a lot less Symmetra on the defense as time has gone on. Teams have been shying away from it. They've been shying away from Junkrat too, but here's one thing, Hex, that we have to see is that now that No Hero Limit is back, will we see the multiple Hanzo strategy on King's Row? That was the one casualty of war from one Hero Limit that, of course, we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Might the dream be real? We'll have to see.
I think we'll probably only ever see it again whenever Mendo plays, because I think he was the inventor and proponent of it.
Alrighty, well, take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side Clutch. They just speed boosted out Symmetra for that little bit of extra oomph. They're gonna have Hamsword on the Zarya, Calvin on McCree, Hots for shots on Symmetra, Lumberjack on Mercy, WGB on Reinhardt, and LUI, Louis, going to be on the 76.
Quit screwing around.
Yeah, so a little bit interesting here. We are going to get to see that Symmetra, and of course, early on, it's going to be absolutely crucial for her to hit those giant orbs through the hallway here to get that teleporter charge up as quickly as possible. Now, for one shot right now, they're not on anything I can tell you about. I can say that Wolf will be on the Lucio, though.
Alrighty, so the game is underway, and this is not one, not two, but 3 Zaryas, 2 Reapers. What in the world, one shot? Is this going to work? I don't even know. They're getting right into it, though. They're being hyper-aggressive with these Zaryas, moving right in. And for now, they have not lost anyone just yet, but Calvin will get first kill of the game on the McCree. Hots for shots falling up. Offense is down 2 players here thus far, so maybe not getting the value they were expecting.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting strat there. I thought they were going to get some free charge just based on the fact that the Symmetra turrets were up and they should be able to get those. But the one with the charge was actually Symmetra, who just got so much damage done early on. That teleporter's already up.
The interesting thing, though, coming out from One Shot is that they're still in on this. They're still moving forward. They still have charged up Zaryas, and now that charge could be paying dividends as they get a kill from both Chronic and Exy. Sound Barrier already out, and if they can get 1 or 2 more kills here, they might be able to turn this in their favor. So let's not judge too quickly here on the effectiveness of the strategy, as Exy going to take out Symmetra right in the back.
Yeah, the res did come off, brought everyone back. Now, this teleporter is still alive. It is around the corner in the backside here, but Doc continues to clean up on his McCree. This is where he really made a name for himself. When we first saw him, his McCree play was phenomenal.
So the interesting thing about that is that even though they bled some people early on, it's so hard to finish off the other Zaryas that they were able to keep charge. And when respawns came in, they had a bunch of charged up Zaryas from the next fight, and it actually worked out. And now for the next team fight, Hex, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 Graviton Surges up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, they can really they could just zone it out forever. They could just put them in Gravitons and leave them there forever. Hotshots is still on the Symmetra. He wanted to get down another Telly, which he did get down. He's still on it, though, which is an interesting call here.
I will say, by the way, when top teams complain about cheese in No Hero Limit, this is the sort of thing that they're talking about. This would be actually a pretty hard comp to blind counter, but here comes a Graviton coming out from the Zaryas.
2 Gravitons.
2 Gravitons, in fact, being used here. They could have chained a 3rd just to keep them in if they want to. They don't get quite as much value as they're hoping for, but now Exy towards the end will pick up the triple kill. Ultimate Weapon moving into the fight, does have Death Blossom. We'll see if he drops in just a moment. Not the worst defense coming out from Clutch against what is a very untraditional offense, but Ultimate Weapon does go over the top, gets the triple kill on Reaper. And things are looking pretty good now for the side of One Shot.
Yeah, they're going to switch off it a little bit, though, as Psycho does come up onto the Mercy. They're going to run double Zarya still. I think that early in that fight, the longer it went on, the better it was going to be as they start getting charged up. And really, the Zaryas are great at hanging out and sustaining in fights. Hotshots finally comes off the Symmetra, maybe a little late. Just going to come up on the Lucio instead. They're going to try to get in here and stall out their second point.
Well, here comes attack visor from Louis. Louis going to the back, going to get stymied, though, by that Sound Barrier. Ends up getting elbowed in the face instead. Quick kill coming out from the side. One Shot, now One Shot pushing deep in, applying pressure here to the defense. His Ultimate Weapon now. Not quite able to pick off that last Reaper. WGB going in, has an Earth Shatter, going to knock down 3, but doesn't get the follow-up that he's looking for immediately. Very close fight here on the payload, though, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. He got the Earth Shatter down. Everyone did die in it. And Ultimate Weapon, it's a couple off his Death Blossom, but this fight is getting super scrappy. It's only Exy alive. It's 1v3 right now.
Exy lit up like a Christmas tree, does have a big right-click kill in the Calvin before dying. And Louis, the last surviving member, he is the chosen one.
Yeah, but it's enough to slow him down. It's a nice sustained fight there from the defense. Hotshots switching onto that Lucio really brought the extra healing they needed. And WGB, even though he died after his Earth Shatter, was really nice use there. Knocked down freeze, stalled it out. They're going to be able to hold this.
The chosen Wombo combo is coming here, Hex. Graviton Surge into Dragon Strike absolutely could be a thing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is super powerful if you land. I think this is exactly what they're going to be going for, given the closed nature of where the payload is right now. Here comes Dragon Strike. There's the Graviton. Will the Dragon be sated? It absolutely will be as Dot picks up 2 kills, make it 4. Good stuff coming out from Dot, and that is exactly what One Shot wanted.
Yeah, it is probably the best combo in the entire game because there's almost nothing you can do about it sans a sound barrier and Transcend coming off at the same time because it goes through shields, everyone's clumped together, there's almost nothing to be done about it. You just have to hope you don't all get caught in it. Now they're going to switch on to a defensive Widow here. I think they're just struggling for answers right now. But now they're not even running that same cheesy comp. They're on a pretty standard composition now, minus the Hanzo, but that's exactly why Calvin switched. He got onto the Hanzo, got that kill early.
So Widowmaker making a rare appearance. We have not been seeing too much of her in the meta as of late. If you do land headshots on her, she's incredibly effective. If you don't, it's hard to get value. It's very feast or famine, even more so than she was in the past. And that's why teams have not been running her quite as much.
Yeah, Dot is going to switch it up, though, because he knows that a Hanzo versus a Widow is a fight that's not really fun to try to win, so he's going to actually come up in his own offensive Widow.
All right, Widow versus Widow. It's been a while, but it is back. We're going to see who wins here between Dot and Calvin. I will say, though, Dot one of the better Widows in the game. We've seen him go off in the past. Even so, being pretty scrappy here on top of the payload. WGP swinging the hammer is able to take out Xe. 2 kills here from the defense. Rezo coming out here from the offense, and they try and turn this in their favor.
Chronic with a huge Earth Shatter, knocks down 2.
Chronic going deep, so deep. Will take out WGP, swings the hammer, picks up the double kill. Unexpected Reinhardt value here as One Shot picks up 4 kills, moving forward, keeping the momentum in their favor. Very good stuff coming out from those. Chronic charges WGB again.
Yeah, they had lost the tank early on, but the Resurrection brought both their tanks back up, who are just doing a ton of work. That is Xe and Chronic absolutely cleaning up.
Really nice stuff coming out from this ultra weapon, hitting the mid-air shot. This should be One Shot's point here, not too much in their way. 3:11 remaining on the clock as they cap it out.
Switching score. 0.
Yeah, so very solid time there. An interesting opening strategy. That first fight was so crazy. I don't think I've ever seen 3 Zaryas in a game, quick play, competitive or otherwise. And yeah, One Shot definitely experimenting with some interesting comps.
So time to beat there, that works out to be about 5:50. We don't have an exact timer, but we can sort of use basic math to figure it out because the overall time for King's Row now is 9 minutes, so just take the 3:11 timer and swap it up that way.
Yeah, so that's a pretty quick King's Row time, rather. I mean, we consider 4 blazing fast, 3 is just a team didn't even show up, really. 5 is very quick, so they're going to have a very good offense here.
5:49, it's one of those things where you can get a quicker time than 5:49, but it's difficult. It's not particularly easy. Certainly, though, it has happened before in King's Row. We have seen teams trade off in quick times, and the one downside about the comp that we saw come out right now from the side of One Shot is that it was a little bit of a slower comp. It did not get tons of decisive team wipes relative to other things. Zarya's you take some time to build up. It certainly did give them some big combos to finish things out, but it's a little bit slower building than some of the other comps you could see.
Yeah, I mean, early on when they used double Graviton, definitely a mistake too. I mean, it kind of just shows you that they're not exactly practiced in that composition. So we do have a drop here early on, so we might have to go back to lobby. Calvin.
Well, we're no admins here, but we'll say lobby nonetheless.
Yep.
Luckily, that was a full completion. We still... That's one thing that I'm really hoping doesn't happen is where someone drops on a partial completion because there is no pause when you remake there. You're not going to be able to remake with the distance, and that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, don't bring that up because you're just going to curse us. So hopefully this
I
doesn't happen.
know I'm cursing us, but it will come up at some point, so... And I'm hesitant to say the entire, well, gee, just revert to the old school rules. Well, that might be more beneficial to a team, so it's a little bit rough. There needs to be a way of remaking with the same distance marker. Sort of a bucket list thing for Blizzard, I suppose. Or a pause button. That'd be okay too.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of requests for Blizzard. I still want demo files, really. I mean, the technology's got to be there, right? Play of the game, it kind of has to rely on that sort of technology, so it'd be great to get demo files.
I think the problem is that is all server-sided, and it's not easy to immediately give the people right out. I mean, I assume we'll get demos at some point. That has to be on the list, but sometimes tech is a little bit more complicated than it might appear to be on the surface.
Right.
It can get real weird real fast. Case in point is all the tech that goes into as to why Blizzard can't easily set up LAN servers for events without sending their own guys out there, and it's a huge production and so on and so forth. Because a lot does rely on BNet. But we are getting back into the second round here. Is going to be One Shot versus Clutch. A time of 5:49 is a time to beat here for Clutch, and we'll see if they can do just that.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to run anything kind of super offensive. Now, we have seen single supports trying to take this, first point very quickly. Second support is, of course, more reliable trying to do so as well. But you could run something a little non-standard here. But I think with it a little shy of 6 minutes, they should not really abandon any plan and try to have to run something different. So I think we're going to see whatever they're used to running is going to be what they're going to try to run here to beat that time. Now, which side is which now? Because now the colors are back to... Yeah, all right.
Oh, this is my jam.
So now blue is still in defense again.
All right. Oh, yeah, because we had the remake like that. So now I have to redo everything overlay-wise. Darn it.
I'm just helping you out, man.
I'm okay with this, though. I mean, as far as that goes. Back to the good old days. Why not?
Okay. Well, defensively, they're not going to run any of those kind of tech picks. It's going to be pretty standard coming out here. Psycho is going to be playing the Mercy. Dot is on the Roadhog we've seen so much of in the last week or so. Chronic, of course, is on his good old Reinhardt. 76, who's been a staple on Kings Road defense lately, will be played by Exy. Ultima Wep on defensive Reaper, and Wolf will be Lucio.
Alrighty, meanwhile, take a look here at the offense coming out from the side of Colorado Clutch. It's going to be Louis on the Pharah. Hots for shots on Lucio. Hamsword on Roadhog, a hero that we've been seeing way more as of late. Really good play, of course, coming out from players like Enigma and Blue when we look at them. Calvin on the Zarya, Lumberjack on Mercy, and WGB going to be in the Reinhardt.
Yep, so standard here, I think early on, especially in Kings Row battles like this, you're going to want to watch the poke, you're going to want to watch the tank war. If one of them gets a hook in early, it's going to be huge, and if they keep eating fire strikes to get some earth shatters up, it's going to be pretty big as well. So it's slow poke kind of comes around the corner here, just going to be a standoff, as it were.
Part of the reason why I see Roadhog a lot here, too, is that he's really good at breaking Reinhardt's shield, where you can't really rely on McCree right clicks anymore, so it's a good way of sort of forcing fight. Roadhog, though, battle going to be won by Dot. Gets the first hook in on the Hamsword. 2 quick kills here for the defensive one-shot, and they are bringing it right to Colorado Clutch. Dot not able to land that next hook, but might not even matter, as they're going to clean everyone up and charge their ultimates at the same time.
Yeah, so much damage being eliminated early. I mean, yes, Roadhog is a tank by designation, but he is really a huge damage dealer. Losing him and Louis early on is really kind of brutal there. Ultima Wep should feast against this composition, right? I mean, it's triple tank.
Ultima Weapon has had very good hit scan in general, sort of an underrated player. He's definitely come into his own. One of the better players in the game. Goes right in, takes out Hots for shots, gets 1 kill, looking for the second, going to get knocked to the ground by WGB, but even with a good Earthshatter like that knocked down 3 people, it still might not be enough. The defense still hanging here, but the resurrection, that could turn the tide. Chronic, though, still in the back, able to get WGB, turning into a scrappy fight here after that resurrection. Both teams ganging up, but the Sound Barrier will be turning the tide for the side of one shot there. They are going to hold on as Exy now taking out Hots for shots to finish things out.
Yeah, he almost got out. They just wanted to give him hope, let him see around the corner before they eliminated him. So that's going to slow down this push. That you don't really want to go in without your Lucio, get that AoE healing. But there is going to be Graviton and Barrage, which is interesting to be up on the first point here. But they're going to be trying to hit that combo. And Lumberjack, or actually Psycho, it needs to be the one who's got to be very careful right now.
Graviton is on the menu here for Calvin. He's looking for the opportunity. Exy, though, activates attack vibes in the back, takes out 1, going to find Louis instead. Very scrappy here between both teams. Graviton going to pull in 2 here for the side of Clutch. Dot in trouble, eats the hammer, but a big res coming in from Psycho, and here comes Ultra Weapon. Barrage, though, not going to get value as WGB comes out with a huge 4-person Earth Shatter, keeping the offense in it. Counter Earth Shatter, though, coming from Chronic, knocks down 2. Chronic getting right back into it in turn. Very close right now between both teams.
Yeah, Lou's going to come in over the top for some desperate damage if they need.
Oh my goodness, Chronic swinging the hammer. WMS1 in action. Regulating the last 2 remaining offensive members here. Just Calvin the Hamsword left, and they should get cleaned up in short order.
Yeah, they're going to have to get out. They do get cleaned up as Exy is able to finish yet another kill. That Soldier 76 is giving them all sorts of problems. They haven't really had a great answer for it, and because of that, they've not really been able to get the value out of their Pharah, which is why we see Louis switching off to Reaper now. He's also probably switching on to Reaper to try to deal with Chronic, who, as you mentioned, has been going crazy in these fights.
Sound Barrier coming out here from the defense. Defense looking to be more aggressive off of that. Dot about to go crazy with the whole hog. Here it comes out. It's going to crack WGB's shield. In fact, WGB just drops the shield. He knows it's coming. Zarya getting juggled against the wall. Good play coming out from Dot here, setting up his team for glory. Rez does come out here from the offense, giving them a little bit of a second life. Louis gets into the back. Defense, though, still reasonably well positioned, though it's a lot closer, but Psycho with the res, it's going to bring his team right back into it.
Yeah, they've been unable to pressure him at all, and he's been playing so far back, and his team's been fine sustaining without him, too, so he's been able to just kind of hang out way far back, come in at the last second to bring everyone back alive. He's having a good game, but it's been a pretty easy game for Psycho. they're not prioritizing him hard enough, I think, and he's been hanging out like way behind the wall.
The ultimate weapon now does have Death Blossom at the ready. And this alone could actually spell GG here if he's able to get into back. He's going to look for Lumberjack, uses the Q, deletes Mercy from the game, gets the double kill, and now with no res coming out for the offense, that should be it. Beautiful set by Ultimate Weapon to give the W here to One Shot. And I kind of expected this going in, even though Clutch did have that appearance at Esports Arena. I feel like One Shot's been playing in way more as of late, so One Shot taking the W here, not that surprising.
Well, adding the damage in for Dot, and we mentioned Chronic earlier too. When I saw them struggle, he was having just terrible games. But you mentioned Ultima's been stepping into his own as well. Psycho had a good game. Everyone on that roster looked pretty good, but the tough test is upcoming in the next best of 3. We'll see who actually they're going to be playing, because we think it's going to be Gale Force.
It should be Gale Force, barring an incredible upset, which, by the way, does happen in Overwatch Esports, but so Gale Force is already done.
Yeah, Gale Force already won their map.
This has been great. We've actually had very low downtime here today, so we can just go right into the next round.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about what shows I didn't watch.